Hello, we are discussing about GATE 1997 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. Look at the diagram. The diagram is consisting of a switch. That switch can be connected to point A as well as point B. Okay, and point B is the input for the op amp. In the circuit shown, assume op amp is ideal and initially V0 is equal to 0 volts. Switch is first connected to point A so that capacitor C1 can charge towards the voltage V. Then it is connected to point B. This process is repeated for f times per second. First A. Calculate the charge transferred per second from node A to node B. B. Derive the average rate of change of output voltage. C. If the capacitor and switch are removed and a resistor is connected between points A and B, find the value of resistor such that you have to get the same average rate of change of output voltage as in case B. D. Find the average change of output voltage. If the repetition of the switching action is 10 power 4 times per second and C1, C2 and V values are given. Okay. So first one we can say like this. A. We are going to calculate charge transferred per second from node A to node B. So it has given that one initially V0 is equal to 0 and capacitor C1 is connected to point A such that this total voltage V is going to be stored by this capacitor C1. Whenever V is connected, a current flows in this way. Okay, and due to this current, capacitor starts charging, and capacitor starts charging and it can charge up to the voltage V. When it has charged V, at that time it acts as open circuit. Then we can say that one the capacitor is in steady state. Under steady state, charge stored by the capacitor C1. Charge stored by capacitor C1 is equal to, okay, that is what we are saying it as Q. Q is equal to C1 times of V. C1 is the capacitor value and V is the voltage across that capacitor. Okay, and now after storing this much charge, it is connected to point B. Whenever it is connected to point B, okay, at that time the total charge whatever it has stored, that will be connected to this C2, and since it is going to be at ground, okay, the charge transferred by this C1 is going to be same as charge transferred to C2. Since this node point B is at virtual ground, it is at virtual ground, so that the total charge across this C1 is going to be entirely transferred to C2. So charge transferred to C2 is same as this one. Q is equal to C1 into V. Okay, and C1 into V. Next, if it is going to be repeated for f times, this is what one time. If you are doing it for the one time, the total charge transferred to C2 is C1 into V. If you are repeating for the f times within a second, so it has given that one, this process is repeated for f times per second. So total charge transferred to C2 is equal to C1 into V into F. This is what the answer for the first one, C1 into V into F. And second one, we are going to derive the average rate of change of output voltage. Average rate of change of output voltage is nothing but dV0 by dt, and V0 is nothing but output voltage. Let us say V2 is the voltage across this capacitor. Whenever the capacitor is charging, at that time capacitor charges in this direction. Since the current is flowing in this direction, so current always flows from more positive to less positive side. So this plate will become positively charged, this place will become negatively charged. So V2 is the voltage. Let V2 is the voltage across capacitor C2. So the relation between V0 and V2 can be shown with the help of KVL. If you take KVL in this direction, at that time V2 is equal to minus V0, or V0 is equal to minus V2 you will get. So we are going to calculate dV0 by dt. So this dV0 by dt can be calculated in this way. dV0 by dt. dV0 by dt can be written as, okay, we are going to calculate this one for the second part. We know that one current flowing through, whenever it is connected to point B, current flowing through this C1 and current flowing through this C2 is going to be the same. Okay, because no current is going to be flows into op-amp input terminals because of its high input impedance, which is acting as open circuit. So that entire current coming from C1 is also flows through this C2. So you can express this value V2. If you know the current flowing through this capacitor is I, you can express V2 value as V2 is equal to, okay, V2 is equal to 1 by C2 times of I into dt. And from this one we can write it as V0 is equal to minus V2, so that you can write it as minus 1 by C2 integral of I into d2. Since we know it, V2 is equal to minus V0. Okay, and this I is nothing but current flowing through this C2, that is nothing but current flowing through this C1. We know charge across this Q1, Q is equal to C1 into V, and we know I is equal to Q by T. So you are using I is equal to Q by T. Q is nothing but C1 into V by T. So I can be written as V0 is equal to minus 1 by C2 integral I is equal to C1 V divided by T into dt. Take differentiation both sides. Take differentiation both sides, because we are interested in dV0 by dt. So dV0 by dt is equal to minus 1 by Ct. C1V is going to be C1V. This integration and differentiation will get cancelled, so that it is C1V divided by T you will get. So this can be written as minus C1V divided by C2 into T. This is dV0 by dt. Okay, and this 1 by T can be written as 1 by T is minus C1V F divided by C2. This T you should not write it as small t, you may get confused. Actually you are going for the average rate of change of output voltage. Average rate of change of output voltage is nothing but you are going to consider only one time. Even though it is going for the f number of times per second, you are considering it for the only one time. That is, you can write it as capital T. Okay, you can write it as capital T. So by that time you don't get any confusion. This will become capital T. This is also capital T. It won't be a small t. This will become 1 by capital T is nothing but f, frequency. Okay, so this will be the answer for the second bit, and d bit is going to be same as b bit, because you are going to calculate dV0 by dt, dV0 by dt when, okay, for the given values of f is equal to 10 power 4 cycles per second times per second, and C1 value is 100 picofarad and C2 value is 10 picofarad, and V value is equal to 10 millivolts. So if you are using this one, these values substitute in this equation. dV0 by dt is equal to minus C1 into V is also known, 10 millivolts, F is known, C2 is known. So finally you are going to get it as minus 1000 volts per second. So this is the equation value for the D, average rate of change of output voltage for the given values. And next we are going for the C. To get the same rate of change dV0 by dt, okay, So if that switch and capacitor C1 is replaced with a resistor, so now the resistor, this is if so this is C2 and it is R and it is connected with V. Plus minus. What is the value of R? To get the same average rate of change of output voltage. So already what we have seen is dV0 by dt is equal to minus C1 Vf by C2. This is what average rate of change of output voltage whenever there is a switch and C1 is there. Now if you want to get the same value and the switch and C1 is replacing with a resistor R connected between point A and point B. Okay, this is point A and it is point B. Now, so the current flowing through it is I. We are going for the same thing, average rate of change of voltage. Again we are saying that when V2 is the voltage across capacitor, that always follows in this direction because current enters into this way. So V2 can be written as, V2 is nothing but minus V0, already we have seen. So V2 can be written as 1 by C2 integral of I into dt. Now I is the current flowing through this capacitor C2, that is the same current flowing through this resistor. So this is 1 by C2 integral of V by R into dt. But we know that one V0 is equal to minus V2, so I am writing it as minus. Okay, simply putting a minus so that it will become minus 1 by C2 integral of V by R into dt. So take differentiation on both sides. Take differentiation on both sides. So the differentiation integral get cancels. You will get it as dV0 by dt is equal to minus V by C2 into R is the average rate of change, but it must be equal to this value. You must get the same value. So C1 into V into F by C2. C2 get cancels, V get cancels. So from this one, minus also get cancels. So 1 by R is equal to C1 into F. So R is equal to 1 by C1 times of F. If you choose the resistance value as reciprocal of product of C1 into F, then that will be the resistance value which gives the same average rate of change of output voltage. Okay, so the required value of R is equal to 1 by C1 times of F. This is for answer C. Thank you.